Hello everybody, my name is Slightly Artsy. Today, well, by the time I release this, it'll be the first 6 months, roughly, since my channel was created. That's going by weeks, so actually 26 weeks since my channel was created. That makes it roughly half a year. So to celebrate, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. A lot of things that I wanted to do just would take way too much time due to the sheer scope and scale of my universe, because I have too much free time on my hands, probably. And what's left is me sort of taking a few characters that I like and sort of talking about them, the most important characters, that is. So I guess I'll start with this one, since you've probably seen him. I'm not very good at drawing with gloves on. I don't think anyone is supposed to be, so the quality of the drawing looks somewhat sketchier than it normally would if I was drawing normally. But it doesn't really impair my abilities too much. Anyways, so this is Blow Folifeev. And it's pronounced Blow, even though it's spelled with an X, because his name is an anagram of the term faux affably evil. If you know what that is, that's pretty cool. If not, then that's fine. So he is the king of the demons. Oh, let me just draw the demon wing and the angel wing real quick. Angel wing I can't draw totally because name blocks it, but whatever. That's close enough. And his power is telekinesis. And let me just draw a world map right here. So I don't know exactly how the world looks, but like this is sort of Europe, and that boot thing is Italy, and that's like the pincer thing, and that makes up Africa, and then this is like Russia over here, and then this is like goes on, and then Finland and Greenland or whatever else is up there, Norway maybe? I forget, to be honest. The point is that he is located, his country is called Hell, and it's located around here. Now, I intend for it to be located somewhere where Ukraine/Romania is. If that's not exactly where, I'm sorry. I'm not good at geography. And there's no specific reason that it's located in that area. It's not like I hate Ukrainians or whatnot. It's just that while I was designing the timeline for the world, I wanted there to be a war on two fronts, because typically that would be the easiest way for a quick conquest, where this country over here and this country over here sort of move together. You know, it would be a lot more easy. So I decided that I needed to have this country here, and since I had just developed the demons as characters, well, as a race, I decided they were going to be the ones over here, because the penguin, I don't want to say penguin supremacists, because they're not totally penguin supremacists, are around here, and that is their symbol, sort of. It's like their flag. So speaking of that, this is their leader. Meet the penguin with, well, since I said penguin, he has the highest death count out of everyone, due to basically starting the equivalent of World War II. Well, sorta without genocide, sorta. And his name, you may have seen him, is Nicolin. He has a song on this channel. Well, sort of song. Really, all of my songs are just instrumentals, so. But his is called All Business, right? Damn. Never mind, I lied. My drawing actually decreases really terribly. But yeah, he's over here. And he's the CEO of the company v.1 Incorporated, hence the sort of eyeball logo. You can see how this could be a stylized eyeball, right? v.1 Incorporated. They basically do technology, weapons, as you'd expect from your average mega corporation that wants to take over the world. Let's move on. Who else is an important character? Let me think. So since we're talking about world conquest, I may as well show off two of the generals that I created. Ooh, that doesn't look very good. Not a good look. Also not a good look. Also not a good look. He's supposed to look skinnier. Anyways, this is... Well, hold up, let me write Nicolin's name first. He only has the name Nicolin because he's an orphan. Just like Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights only has Heathcliff. This is Edwin Ramble. So obviously the name is based off of Erwin Rommel, who was a Nazi general who I believe was praised for fighting a war without hate. Anyways, he was known as Desert Fox, and he took over these areas in real life. Edwin Rommel is a general under Nicolin, so under the hierarchy. And his ability is clairvoyance. Which allows him to see the future. So and this is this over here is the top of a tank. So he normally stays in his tank, and when he pops out, he just wears it so he can go back in. Also, because he uses it as a weapon, and generally, his clairvoyance lets him win every single battle, except for the ones that he absolutely cannot win, in which case he avoids those. So he never loses a battle, but at the same time, he has Nicolin very frustrated because sometimes he refuses to fight battles. Moving on. Where do I go from here? Let's go for somebody under Blow then. So under Blow are the archdemons. Alright, let me draw one of them. Well, masked and maskless. This is the mask. And this is maskless. Meet the what I guess you could call the true king of hell. Cognito Diso. He has multiple personality disorder, And he can control all four of the elements: air, fire, water, earth, I believe the last one was. Although never at the same time. It depends on which personality is in control. Wait, no. Wrong accessory. I'm sorry. I get confused between some of them. And when I'm talking while drawing, it's difficult. So he's the second most powerful demon, Blow being the first. What other demon? Can I draw another demon? Yeah, might as well. This is her with her eyes closed. And this is her face when her eyes are open. Bad rendition. I guess what would be better is drawing her eyes if she were a human. So if she were human, her eyes would look like this. She has roughly 3 hours of sleep. Every day. And she works stealing people's souls through force. And through contract, and at the same time. So, basically, all demons need to eat souls and negative emotions in order to survive. They can also burn pieces of the souls that they've stored inside of them that haven't been consumed for life in order to up their power. She starves herself, basically, and doesn't consume most of the souls or parts of the souls that she eats. So, she can be very powerful, but she often tries not to be. And the way that demons can get souls in different ways. For instance, hers, she can get them if a person signs the contract that she creates, right? He can get them by putting on a mask that looks identical to his own, right? He gets it by touch, right? Sorry, I was sick this week. Right? Let's say he touches them, then their soul gets yeeted out of their body. So normally, you would think, oh, a devil getting souls by contract, she's going to obviously trick them into signing the contract with, like, sweet deals. No, what she actually does is she beats them to a pulp and then forces them to sign. Wow, it's been a long time. And I haven't drawn that much. This is very shameful of me. So I guess one last reveal for one good way to wrap this up, I guess, would be to give sort of a power level ranking for a lot of my characters. So the number 1 spot would go to me as the author in a character that I haven't really fleshed out yet. But, like, since author powers beat all powers, right? Well, screw me for putting in a self-insert, but I don't really care. Number 1, right? Also, this looks a lot better than I actually look in real life. Don't be fooled. So, Nacolin would be around number 15 in terms of power. Yes, he is very powerful, believe it or not. Whereas Blow would be around number 23, right? In the lower ranks, there would be, let me think of someone lower. Well, Yayoi, obviously, is a lower ranked. So she would be roughly, I don't know, I'd say she'd be somewhere from the 50s to the 60s. Let me show off some higher ranked characters. Well, somewhere in between that. Somewhere in the 30s, there would be Miyamori. At number 17, we would have Dreadword E, who is a chiromancer, meaning he gets to control ice. That's a mask. And his name is spelled Dreadword E. His name is spelled Miyamori. Some other characters that I would place at the top is, like, at around number 9, we have Pengi. Pengi is special in that he was based off of a plush toy that actually exists in real life. So that's why he looks very different from every other penguin, right? He's also the main character for some section of history that I've plotted out, but yeah. Geez, I've taken up a lot of time. Who else can I draw quickly before this time runs out? Oh, and let me draw something really good for you. Wait, no. Let me reveal the ranking of something. Ranking. Ooh, very scary. So, I consider the drawing King of the Castle. You can find it on my channel fairly easily if you go to the Begin Here section. This is the King of the Castle, RZ07, and while I realize I may have made him look kind of dumb in this image, I swear he's not. Yeah, it looks less dumb. And I suppose I'll be drawing almost the full part of him, or at least a very big part. Well, no, I'm not going to draw the legs. That's going to take way too long. And this is his pet centipede. In terms of power levels alone, this centipede on his shoulder can take on, is equivalent to him and her put together in terms of sheer fighting ability. But he's not considered that powerful by the Reaper's standards. And I think that's enough for my video. So, I guess I won't be doing more of these because they take, I didn't know that they would take so much time. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll probably be making content that's sort of like this, but hopefully less long. And goodbye.